For anybody that's at home doing their own recording for their music and you're just trying to get that right mix and you just don't really understand like what direction to take with it, this video gonna help you out. All you really need to understand is the most basic things possible, like equalization, compression, de-essing, and limiting. We gonna worry about all the effects and stuff later, all the chorus and flanger, like we gonna worry about all that stuff later. All we just really focused on right now is just the EQ, de-essing, compression, and limiting. Let's get it. Now to get started, I want y'all to just take a listen to this vocal real quick.
Yeah, another head just called, so I got him high. I give your ass a phone if you could work for real shit. I call Bucky, bring the blender, know you about to cook the mix. We ain't talking about the business, we ain't talking about shit.
All right, so y'all hear all the bad frequencies, right? Y'all hear all the room noise, it sound a little too boomy and all of that. I'm gonna show y'all how to clean that up real quick. When EQing, you wanna search for the bad frequencies in each band. Turn down the bands when you find the frequencies until you no longer hear them. Now, avoid sucking the life out of your vocals when doing this. And when done, it should sound similar to this.
Yeah, another head just called, so I got him high. I give your ass a phone if you could work for real shit. I call Bucky, bring the blender, know you about to cook the mix. We ain't talking about the business, we ain't talking about shit.
All right, now y'all notice the difference, right? So it lost a lot of that boominess and a lot of that room noise that was there, but it still got that body. You know what I'm saying? It still got that deep tone of his voice there, that deep character. As you notice, when it loses its boominess, it get a little bit more crispy. So that's where the de-essing comes in. So stay tuned. And when you're de-essing, you soloing out the high frequency range of the audio that sounds bad. Like you're literally highlighting the resonant area that is jarring to the ear, that is like a little bit too crispy. It sounds like this. And like y'all see them peaks, right? So when you de-essing, you pretty much bringing that stuff down. Finding the little threshold part, which is what this is doing. This is my threshold here. I'm pretty much trying to cut off everything that's peaking above that line. After I do add the compression to it, which is what de-essing is, you compressing a high frequency audio. Basically smoothens it out, and it just makes it a little bit less harsh on the ear. Now, once you get all the de-essing down pat and everything, you smooth out all the high end and all of that, your audio should sound something like this now.
Yeah, another head just called, so I got him high. I give your ass a phone if you could work for real shit. I call Bucky, bring the blender, know you about to cook the mix. We ain't talking about the business, we ain't talking about shit.
Now let's move on to the compression. That's when you level out the vocal so you can sit it well inside of the mix and inside of the song, because you don't want your vocal competing with the kick and the snare and the hi-hats and all the instruments in the song. You want it to be able to sit inside of a pocket to where it doesn't sound too low, too quiet. It doesn't sound too loud over the beat. It sounds like it just sits right in the middle and you hear every word possible. So that's what we're doing with the compression. And just like I was showing y'all when we were de-essing, like on the compression part, like you gotta find that sweet spot to where you want to balance out everything. This is probably that area. Watch this, follow my finger. Boom. See where that dot at right there? That's my threshold. Anything over that dot is being pushed down. You don't want nothing too quiet. You don't want nothing too loud. You want everything leveled out. Once I push everything down, it's going to get quiet, of course. I'm going to have to make up for that volume loss. So I'm going to have to push everything up once I do compress it. So this is how it's going to look after I do that. Now, as y'all can see, this white part is where we started. And now the green part is the after. I mean, you still got peaks there, but it's still consistent. Nothing is super loud and nothing is super quiet. In the end, though, I really did add another de-esser before I did the limiting. I added another de-esser just to make it a little bit more smooth on the high end. Still make it crispy, but still tame some of that loud pokes in your ear. You know what I'm saying? So now, as y'all can see from earlier, this is the same audio, but it's capturing those peaks that I was talking to y'all about earlier. So now it's even more consistent. So I'm gonna take away this white part real quick so y'all can see, like, this is what it looks like afterwards. Literally taking off the peaks and you're keeping everything consistent as far as volume. That's what it means to level out and compress your vocals. So nothing is too loud and nothing is too quiet. Everything is just sitting right in the middle where it needs to be. After you do all of that, you cleaned it up, you de-essed it, you compressed it, you limited the vocal. Now you can raise it up and sit it well with the beat. And this is how it should sound afterwards.
Yeah, I'm in a rush, hurry up, buddy at the window. Niggas get lost in that water tryna find Nemo. The gang brought 30 poles, they think we on Depot. You could try the back door, I'm shooting through the peephole. Another head just called, so I got him quick. I give your ass a phone if you could work for real shit. I call Bucky, bring the blender, know he bout to cook